What else are you gonna watch? Are you gonna watch fucking, some generic fucking rom-com that just came out starring Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell? So my next pick from 2023 is Anyone But You.
That's the jerk Poopy got with when she was on her break from Jonathan.
I could never be with someone like him.
This girl's a disaster.
They're gonna ruin our wedding.
Sorry.
Hey!
How's it going, stranger?
What's going on over there?
They dated. She crushed his heart.
That man does not have a heart. No way.
Honey, look who's here.
Who is that?
My ex, Jonathan. My parents have been trying to get us back together.
He's like a son to us.
Maybe we should just tell everyone we're together.
What?
It would solve that problem for me, and you clearly want Margaret. She sees you with me. She wants what she can't have.
There's no way we can convince anyone we actually like each other.
Is this Sydney Sweeney
And Glenn Powell. Did you see this?
No, I didn't. What is this on?
It's on crack is what it is. It's a fucking piece of shit. Fucking it's not good. It's so, you wouldn't watch this. I
wouldn't watch this.
No, I don't think you would go see this. If your wife didn't want you to, like, if it wasn't for your wife wanting to go see it, you would not search this movie out. There's no way you would.
Is it like a rom-com?
Yeah, it's a rom-com.
Okay.
You don't like that shit.
I don't know, but I might stream it.
This is a Justin thing that he would watch because I watch stupid romancy shit for some reason. I don't know. This is a guilty pleasure of mine. Is I like these type of films.
Yeah.
This is fucking awful. It's as generic, basic, beat by beat, like by the numbers bullshit as you can get.
Really?
It's literally just the most generic fucking rom-com there is.
What's the plot? Hit me
So
with
the plot is like two perfect looking people have a happen chance. What is that stupid term you used? A meet cute?
Meet cute.
What is this term?
Meet cute just means you happen to meet and then you like hit it off in this like sort of contrived or cute like thing where it's like, oh, I just so happened to like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just like,
it's dumb is what it is.
Yeah,
it's a dumb term.
lightning
Why don't you
strike.
just say that you just met? Why do you have to use some stupid like?
Because it usually turns into like a scenario that it turns into romance from there, blossoms from there.
I don't like these terms too. It sounds like a term that doesn't. It's a good example of a term that doesn't need to exist. You could just say, "Oh, that's how they met," but no, it's like they have a meet cute. We now have a new word to replace a word that already explained what it was. Like
meet cute. In a film or television show, an amusing or charming first encounter between two characters that leads to the development of a romantic relationship between them.
So it's basically a film term.
Yeah, it's like, but people now use it more broadly.
In
but it's like
reality.
It's like a term for like the inciting moment where it's like, oh, they met, and then you could tell right from then that it was a spark and it was going to blossom into this romance.
Okay, so two perfect-looking people, Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. Do you know who Glenn Powell is? Like, can you picture him at all?
He's a big up-and-comer.
He's an up-and-comer now. He was in a ton of shit for years, but now he's finally getting his big break. I think he did a lot of those like teenage raunchy comedies for a while in like the mid-2000s.
Yeah. I'm looking at him now.
He's like, he's in the new Twisters movie.
He was in Top Gun Maverick, I
Yes,
guess.
yeah, that was another big role he landed. But anyways, he's on the up and coming. Okay. So is Sydney Sweeney. Coincidence that these two hot, perfect people are on the up and up, and we're gonna put them in a movie together?
Yeah, but that's how Hollywood works.
Yeah, I know. It's just a shame. So it's just a shame because they could, make Streets of Fire 2 or something. There's a good double feature. You know, they did like Barbenheimer, Streets of, what is it? Anyone But You. So like,
how are you gonna tie these two? Let's hear it.
Streets of anyone. Anyone can be on this street. Streets of You, buddy. The streets of you.
Streets of You.
The streets of you. Okay. Yeah. Anyone but fire. Anyone but Willem Dafoe. So these two main characters, they meet each other at like a cafe.
They have a meet cute.
They have like a meet cute. Shut up. They have a meet cute, and it's like it's like Sydney Sweeney. It's like a huge line. She's got to like take a shit or something. And then,
what? Does she say that?
No, I don't remember, but she has to use the washroom. So
Okay.
she's like, and they're like, I'm sorry, it's for like paying customers only. And she's like, well, I'll buy something, but there's a huge line. I really have to go.
I'm gonna shit my pants.
And then Glenn Powell's like next in line. He sees her and he's like, she's hot. I'll be a gentleman here. And she's like, oh, my wife, I'm ordering for her. So he does like the chivalrous thing. And then she's like, yeah, thank you, husband. And then they get to know each other and they have like this romantic, like natural evening that happens. And there's like this dumb misunderstanding that like basically what happens is they have like this whole romantic evening. And then like I think she sleeps over at his house. They don't fuck, but like she sleeps over. He like reveals a lot about himself. They like instantly fall for each other kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah.
And then she leaves and she's all like, oh my God, like this guy is amazing. And she's all like excited about it. And like, so is he. But then like his friend comes over and kind of like, is poking fun at him. And then he's like, tries to play it cool. And he's like, no, man, like, oh, well, whatever. Like, we smashed and then she left. Like, he just does like, he's trying to like,
oh, really?
He's trying to be like the put on the macho face.
Yeah.
But then she coincidentally overhears this because she forgets like something at his apartment. And then like she's at the door and
so
she
it's a big
overhears
misunderstanding.
it. So it's like a big, it's a movie of misunderstandings. That's all this movie is. It's so fucking by the numbers. It's so predictable. So then she's like, oh, well, that guy was a piece of shit. And then she never contacts him. So then he was like, well, I guess she was a liar and she was phony. And like, she was acting like she really liked me, but she didn't. So like, they both don't like each other. And then it turns out Glenn Powell's sister is getting married to Sydney Sweeney's best friend. So now they're going to be forced to interact at the wedding.
Yeah.
And then what ends up happening is like, they go to it's like a destination wedding. And then wacky hijinks ensue.
So it's a screwball comedy.
Yeah.
Because that's what screwball comedies are. It's always misunderstandings.
Yeah.
Well, it's not crap. It's just
crap.
a genre.
No, this is shit. This is absolute shit for the birds.
This is
It's
genre
not good.
conventions, but
It's
like
crap.
misunderstandings, like goofy, like comedic sequences, and then that leads to like romance, and then like that kind of shit.
It's shit.
Yeah.
It's crap. It's all crap. So and then they both and then like, it's so by the numbers. So then like guess what happens next. I bet you can get it.
They go to
in these type of scenarios.
You said they go to a resort wedding.
Yeah, so they're at destination wedding.
They keep running into each other and zany hijinks.
Yeah, absolutely, zany hijinks.
Okay,
yeah. But okay, in these type of scenarios, who shows up? Somebody's gonna show up to make it really awkward.
Exes, yeah,
the two X's. So Glenn Powell's ex shows up, Sydney Sweeney's ex shows up, and then Sydney Sweeney's like, look, neither one of us wants to deal with our exes, so let's just pretend to be a couple, and then like we'll get everybody off our backs.
Another screwball.
So then they have this is wacky hijinks. We're gonna pretend to be a couple. Yeah. It's not funny. The comedy doesn't land. I don't feel sympathy for either of these perfect looking human beings. Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. Don't Hollywood. The perfect girl, the perfect looking guy that looked like they were just chiseled by the gods. How are we supposed to feel? Why are we feeling bad for you that you're lonely when you could get someone in 0.5 seconds? Like, I'm sorry, you would never need to be lonely unless you chose to be lonely. And don't give me some shit about like maybe they have fucking depression. I fucking hope they have depression.
Beautiful people have feelings too, Justin.
Yeah, what the fuck ever, all right?
I mean, I would know.
My eyeballs, if they could have, would have gone out of my skull to roll that hard and then roll back in. Yeah.
So you didn't find the characters.
They're not charming. They're not.
charming.
I don't buy it. I just don't buy into this. It's just two perfect looking people being in like this wacky situation that's not.
But is it not?
And that's not funny.
Is it meant to be over the top though?
Yeah.
Like,
It's so stupid. The humor is awful. It's just so. But like. A lot of the humor revolves around like getting Sydney Sweeney's tits out.
Really?
Oh, it's very much so. Like I wrote 90% of the movie seems to be meant to get Sydney Sweeney's tits out for display or highlighting her butt. There's so many shots of just like her ass and like her in a bikini or like her like wearing a top where her tits are smashed together and it's like. So I guess the movie's not that bad. It's pretty good now that I'm thinking about it. It's not that bad, you know. Like, no, this movie sucks shit. It's just so generic crap.
How does it end? Does it end with them together?
Who cares? It's offensively. It is offensively mediocre, and it's just a waste of time for all involved. It's not clever. It's not funny. It fails on all levels, and it has nothing meaningful to say. It's just like, you really were the one. That was supposed to be the other person's tongue. I hope that didn't look. I don't know if you thought that was me going down on Glenn Powell's cock. I was trying to do a tongue. In retrospect, maybe you thought that was me going down on Glenn Powell. That was supposed to be them making out. That's how it ends. Is they admit their feelings from each other. And they're like, blah. Let's wrap the episode up there. I don't think we can't top. Can't top that. It ain't getting any better.
All right.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel.
Or don't.